Hey kawan, welcome to EDCReady. Today we have another unboxing of a CRKT knife, Columbia River Knife and Tools. And before we continue, I'd like to give a shout out to Thomas Tools. Have a nice day. ThomasTools.com.my. These are the guys that I buy knives from. So if you're looking for multi-tools, flashlights, EDC gear, you can check them out. They're not the only knife EDC gear retailers here in Malaysia. You can check out others, no problem. But I just want you to know that they do support the channel by providing some knives for me to check out. All these knives are on loan so far. I have to return them at the end of the week or after I finish doing all the filming. But they help me check out knives that I would not normally check out. So thank you very much, Thomas Tools. And here we have another nice CRKT box. And just opening it up, and then we have this knife. Now this knife, to be honest, when I heard the name of this knife, I was like, you know what, that's a really ugly name. Then when I look at the pictures, I was like, you know what, this looks like it's not an attractive knife. I mean, it's not for me. It has a bit of a cleaver style to it, and to me it's just, I would say the knife is as unattractive as the name Ripsnort is. And then here we go. So we have here the Ripsnort. Very wide knife. Let's just take a measurement on the widest part of this knife, and it is coming at 1.47 inches. So definitely a wider knife than I'm used to. I prefer 1 inch, 1.1 inch, 1.2 inches. That's kind of my comfort zone, because well, we carry big phones now, and then we don't want our phone space to be taken up. So handle material, we have here stainless steel liners that are surprisingly sharp on the inside. And then looking at Blade HQ stats right here, we have a polymer handle material. This one is in black, and then we also have a polymer backspacer, and this backspacer actually looks quite nice. Not from what I can see here, there's not a lot of gaps in between, so you can't really feel the difference. You know, you don't have parts that are standing up, so the fit and finish here is not bad. It's actually pretty darn nice. We have here again tip down carry. Again, I do not prefer tip down, I prefer tip up. But more than that, the pocket clip is actually really shallow itself. Not sure like what pants this can fit. I mean, you got a lot of good ramp here. I think I won't have a problem putting my pants through this, but I think my pants won't fit into there. That part there is really really short, and I don't know why they did that. Oh well. If you ask me, I would just remove the pocket clip itself and just, well, use it as it is. And I think this is a really heavy knife. I don't have my weighing scale here, but looking at the stats on Blade HQ, this knife is coming in at 6 ounces, which is right up there. This is definitely the heaviest knife that I have the opportunity to try out and use. Even heavier than my QSP Deva, which I also bought from ThomasTools.com.my. So without further ado, we have here Teflon white right there, Teflon washers, plastic washers, which is something that CRKT does a lot. I don't prefer them. I prefer bearings. I prefer bronze washers. I felt nice with bronze washers before. They felt nice. Sometimes it's alright, the action, but sometimes it's just really stick slippy. Like the slacker is alright, but the compact razor is not very good. Alright, here we go. So the flipping. Okay, so we have some jipping up here, which is nice and rounded on the edges, so it's not super sharp. This doesn't seem to be I don't know why it's on top though. This is not really a push button kind of knife from what I can feel. This is definitely a flicker type of knife, so it's better if the jipping is up here, but it should not make that much of a difference, but we'll see. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, not bad. Not bad of a blade shape. You got this nice wedge up on here, and you have a very nice tall flat grind. You also have what seems to be a very tiny finger choil. My fingers are actually quite small, so I can use it as a finger choil, but it's really like on the edge of like how much space I need for a finger choil. However, these parts right here, they're a little bit sharp, so be careful when you use this. You know, you might want to take it down with a file, which, you know, it's never good. Every time you want to have your fingers resting on something, you like it to be rounded off. Like the top right here, this is nice and rounded off. It's not very sharp. So is this part. This part's not bad too. This part here is just a little bit sharp. This is the Ripsnort. It is a booth design. If I can show it to you here, with a blade of 8CR13 MOV according to Blade HQ. All belly. There's no straight at all, which to me is not that big of a deal. It's not like it's completely round. You have some usable cutting edge for a belly right here, but the flipper tab actually sticks down quite low. So if you're gonna do any kind of cutting, you're gonna be really you're gonna be really messed up with the length of this flipper tab right here. But with this cleaver design, I think it's very good for any kind of poking, penetrating and pulling kind of cuts, which I do use mostly with my EDC knives, which is why I like the Civivi McKenna. It has a nice point that you can penetrate and pull. Not such a thick blade, surprisingly. I was looking at the size of this handle and the thickness of the liners and the thickness of the polymer here. The blade itself is actually not as thick as I thought it would be. Is that coming at 0.14 inches according to my 0.15 inches according to my calipers, but it does have a nice tall flat grind. Okay, so let's check the closing. Okay, it's smooth, however it is nowhere. Okay, not bad, not bad. So this is just one of those occasions where you don't have the best washers in Teflon washers, in my opinion. However, the weight of the blade kind of makes up for it, makes it nice fall shuddy-ish action. Well, not exactly fall shuddy, you gotta shake it, but it's not bad. Detent is good. Okay, sorry, filled it right there. Detent is good. It's not too bad, but definitely the weight of the blade kind of helps it create enough like momentum to go all the way around. No jimping on the blade, no jimping on the lock bar relief, and I don't know, it doesn't feel like there's any relief here. Maybe just a little bit to help you get into the liner, but they actually cut out the center here so that you can jam your thumb in to make it a little bit easier to disengage the knife. So all in all, first impressions, let's check the balance. It's surprisingly front heavy. No, where is the balance? I can't even. It feels a little back heavy, but at times it feels a little front heavy. It's kind of a weird knife because it's thinner at the back here. Normally I'm used to knives that are smaller at the front and slightly bigger in the back, but this is kind of the opposite, so it makes it feel a little bit wildly, it makes it feel a little bit front heavy. But this is just my first impressions. If you have ever used this, let me know like what you think in the description down below. This is not a full review because I have to return this knife. I can't use it, I can't test it. I can only showcase it to you guys in an unboxing and first impressions video, which is what this is. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and do check out thomastools.com.my, and if you go to the description, do check out my social media, my Instagram. I just started a TikTok account, so that's going to be interesting. Do check that out, and of course guys, as always, stay ready.